We just had some absolutely breaking news earlier today, minutes ago, and I immediately want to hop on a video because it looks like SoFi might be able to offer crypto services again. Let's jump right into the details. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is breaking news. I am reading about this in real time. I just posted about this online, and I really wanted to just immediately hop onto a video to share some of my raw thoughts in the moment. We're going to have more of a chance to talk about this later tonight on the SoFi Weekly podcast, but this is some news that we've been waiting for a long time for SoFi because it has to do with crypto. Funny enough, I did make a video yesterday morning saying Friday was a catalyst for SoFi because of the crypto summit, and that might lead to more regulation for crypto. The more events you have where you have influential politicians and the CEOs and regulators all in the same room with the same goal, especially from a regulatory framework of just having further deregulation as the Trump administration wants to achieve through Doge and other means, you're going to have an increased chance of accelerating the regulatory approval process for chartered banks like SoFi to re-enter the crypto space. This, of course, includes policies around the OCC, the SEC, and all the other regulatory bodies that oversee SoFi. And just earlier today, we got the OCC coming out, and they are now saying that US banks can engage in crypto activities. So, in this article from Reuters, it's a very, very quick note. It says that US regulators overseeing national banks clarified on Friday, earlier today, that banks can engage in some crypto activities and removed expectations firms should receive advanced permission from regulators before doing so. So, of course, this article is going to get updated as we have more details. It continues to say that the OCC, the Office of the Controller of Currency, said in a statement that national banks are permitted to engage in some crypto activities. So, not all, but some, such as crypto asset custody, some stablecoin activities, and participation in distributed ledger networks. So this is definitely a good start. It's not everything, of course, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. And the note finally concludes by saying that the OCC also rescinded, they took back prior guidance that they had that were telling banks that they should clear any crypto activities with regulators beforehand, including showing that they have adequate controls in place for that business. So in the past, chartered banks such as SoFi had to remove their crypto services as a result of the OCC, as a result of all of these regulatory bodies governing how they operated. And basically, a lot of this was for safety purposes. But now, with this new administration, we're having more and more deregulation that is going to be allowing SoFi to enter the crypto space again. Because you'll remember back in January, we had the SEC rescinding SAB 121, which had required financial institutions holding crypto assets for clients to recognize these holdings as liabilities, which was a good first step. And then later, we had the Fed chair, Jay Powell, basically make comments around banks being able to hold crypto. And we also had Anthony Noto, SoFi CEO, on the Q4 earnings call talking about crypto. I'm just going to share that post right here so we are all refreshed on Anthony Noto's stance around crypto. In the Q4 earnings call, he said, as regulation changes, we're going to be incredibly aggressive tied to crypto and be in as many businesses as we can across that entire platform. Previously, we were just doing trading. You can see us going well beyond that, depending on the regulation, including cashing and clearing trading platforms, asset-backed lending, and so many other areas. So we hope the administration and the regulators come up with clarity on what the outlook will be, but we'll move as aggressively as anyone else once that is determined. And it seems as though that regulators are moving fairly quickly. So even right now in Q1, the OCC is already making moves. Now, there's a couple of different regulatory bodies that oversee SoFi. The OCC is the big one that we wanted to hear from with regards to crypto because they're the ones that regulate and supervise SoFi Bank. They're the ones that gave the conditional approval for the bank charter for SoFi to become a bank back in 2022. And they're the ones who would have a big say in chartered banks holding crypto or offering crypto services. Of course, there's the Federal Reserve. There's also the Securities and Exchange Commission. There's FINRA, which oversees SoFi Securities. So this is the invest side of the business. There's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. There's the FDIC, which ensures deposits at SoFi Bank and monitors the safety and soundness. And then there's obviously the Financial Crimes Enforcement Network. And so right now, we do have word from the Federal Reserve, we have word from the OCC, and it's looking as though everything is in place for SoFi to begin offering crypto services again. Now, of course, there's more work to be done here because if we go back to this note, they said they're permitted to engage in some crypto activities, some stablecoin activities, so on and so forth. So we're definitely going in the right direction. This is a massive move and something that I thought could happen, but I assigned a low probability for it to happen. And I mean, you heard it in my last video. SoFi stock is literally not moving at all on this news. It's actually down after hours. So we're going to see what SoFi's response is. And what I want to happen next is I want management to come out and to provide more clarity as to how they want to offer this and what they want to communicate to the market. Like, I think now is the right time for management to internally assess this decision and for them to actually put out some communication to the wider market. Massively bullish news for SoFi. Join us later tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern, where we will discuss this among other SoFi news for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And also, as this news develops, as you see more information come out, tag me on X or comment on this video, and I'll make sure to be able to cover it and amplify that message. Thanks so much. See you in the next one.